Okay, so this is Small World Labs, um, parents in the curriculum, and an AI learning your language, learning another language, and then teaching each language, each other's language. Okay, so just ignore that part. That's for me. It's for me to remember. So this is about with the everything machine and with micro machine heads. So micro machine heads is a little robot world that builds full facilities, that builds real life stuff, builds a real life world stuff in a little world. But it also can go smaller. It was designed to go smaller, 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 and also go bigger. So everything that you can build, every small thing that you can build in a little world, you can build a big version of. Now it takes a science. It takes like work because things don't automatically go small and things don't automatically go big. But once you develop the science of going from small to big and from big to small and small to smaller and stuff, um, that's what this is for. This is about having the everything machine where you have all these labs connected to all these AIs, learning and discovering and testing and doing as many tests as you possibly can on the automatic petri dishes in your insane automatic world laboratories. It's the idea is to make them small now, is to develop the science where if you do something in a small lab, that you can get the same results as a big lab, and to get this and to build the science from going from small to big for different things like plants, like going small with plants can be pretty difficult, but you still can do it. You can still do it a bit, and you can still do it further and further and further. After you do it a bit, you can do it some more. After you do it, yeah, you can keep going, right? And so this way, you could keep all the everything machine, all the crazy laboratories, aisles and aisles of petri dishes and laboratories and experiments that the whole world has come up with. Um, you can have these experiments run small in microfactor and and extend the power of the live action experimentation, the robotic experimentation, robotic laboratories for the AIs. You can extend this in almost infinitely if you do it small, where you'll do all the ideas that you have, and then you can even have the computer come up just like it's doing. Like a good one would be automatic circuits, where you have an AI coming up with new circuits and testing out new circuits, and and refining old circuits and testing out new circuits with refined work. And basically, you could have it writing its own experiments. You could have it writing its own labs. You could have it asking its own questions, creating its own labs to solve its own problems. You could have it copy one of our problems and try to find a solution, and then have it. And then anytime a similar event takes place within itself, like one of our problems that we address, it will address in itself now, and it'll have these problems with itself, and it'll try to come up with these labs and these experiments and these stats to study and solve the problem. So basically, you could have the console, the AI computer, the console create its own experiments and its own labs out of thin air, and extend it microly. You could have permission to do this in the micro area where it's not going to run out of space, right? And it can devise a big lab to solve a big problem, or it can have a lot of petri dishes, as many petri dishes as it needs to solve a problem, if you will. Okay, so the other thing is parents getting into the curriculum. So this is with the school where we have production. The curriculum is um, audio visual production, where you have anything from cartoons to teachers with videos, to still lectures. You can still have just straight up lectures, best teacher trying to do the best lecture, trying to get the most students. See, the thing is, you have teachers competing for students. That's a great thing. And then you have production. You have the production, the different types of production courses. So we do just like the Daily Show or something, or something more involved, where where you use all forms of media to create a course, and basically you want to be able to watch the course. That's why I say audio video, because you're going to watch the course just like it's a cartoon or a TV show, just like it's a TV show. And so what we have is the parents, what they're doing for fun is trying to get into the TV show, trying to get into the TV show that's the kids' course, and trying to get into the curriculum, and they're trying to improve the curriculum so they get it, so they're the ones that get chosen to get in, and they're trying to please the teachers and the production crew so they get chosen for the TV show or the cartoon, and they get put into the curriculum. So that's something I was doing with my mom, who passed away 2.5 years ago. So she's out there working on getting in the curriculum for the kids in the family still, and helping the parents get into the curriculum. And she also gets to work with the micro labs, Everything Machines micro labs that I was talking about earlier. And okay, so this one is an AI learning a language out of, you know how we decipher, like, say, ancient text, how we decipher ancient text. One of the things I want to do is get AI to go and learn ancient texts and decipher ancient texts and see what the AI thinks of the ancient text. So you teach the AI an initial language, like English or something. Then you teach it how to figure out other languages from English or something like that. Or you teach it Chinese, and you teach the AI how to figure out other languages from Chinese and how to transcribe it to Chinese. So the thing that you want to do here is get the AI to learn a language. So get the Chinese AI to go and learn a language, and now try to teach that language. Learn the best way to teach that language to Chinese people. So you're going to learn the best way to teach that language to Chinese people, and as vice versa, you're going to learn the best way to teach Chinese to the other language. And the AI is going to have an opinion, basically. The AI is going to learn how to do this the best way that it can, teach the language back and forth. And this should tell us something about how we best learn, and how we best progress, how to best progress similarly to the AI. So how we copy the AI, how we take what we learned from the AI teaching us and make it even better, right? How we teach other things this way, possibly. The AI is going to create like this DNA that works with us and works with teaching languages to both languages. And we're not going to know what that is initially. So we're going to learn what that is. So it's back to that loop where you get it to do all the permutations. So it's learning Chinese, and then it's learning another language on its own, and then it's teaching another language, and it's also teaching Chinese, right, to another language. And when you do the two, you kind of get the teacher. And when you do the whole permutation, you get the teacher of how the AI is going back and forth and teaching, actually teaching. It kind of is, isn't it? Exactly. It's figuring out what's the fastest way to teach this language to somebody, and it's teaching it the fastest way, right? So it teaches you how to teach when you go back and forth like that. Okay, so that's the video.